Hi everyone, Floyd Meyer here. I am a physician assistant. I have a master's in public health, a degree in molecular biology, and I'm currently working in physical medicine and rehabilitation. Today we're going to continue our series on resilience, which is the ability to remain well, recover, or even thrive in the face of adversity. This week we are going to be discussing how to measure your resilience through heart rate variability, and how this simple tool can monitor the health of your heart and your nervous system. Heart rate variability, or HRV, is going to represent the ability of your heart and your nervous system to respond to different types of stressors. Resilient individuals are going to be able to quickly adapt to and recover from different types of stressors, whether they be physical or mental. On the other hand, those with lower levels of resilience are going to have a more difficult time in overcoming these same obstacles. But what if we could see in real time how resilient our nervous system is before engaging in something difficult or stressful? And this is where HRV comes in. Most people would assume that the length of time between heartbeats is actually the same. But in actuality, there should be a slight difference between these beat-to-beat intervals in a healthy individual. This slight variability can be quantified and is thus termed heart rate variability. An optimal level of HRV is going to reflect healthy function, adaptability, and resilience. Now, measuring HRV is easy. All you need is an accurate heart rate monitor and a program to decipher the data. Now, I have been using a program called HIIT HRV for a couple of years now, and I have found it to be extremely helpful because they have very helpful graphs that you can quantify your HRV, and they put it all together, all of this data that you get out of this, into a readiness score, which can be thought of as a resilience score. And this data can give you a lot of knowledge to know when your body is able to, when you are able to push further, and then when you should actually back things off and you should be focusing more on recovery. But how do you actually use HRV? So by definition, HRV is variable. So in order to get an accurate measurement, we want to control as many variables as possible. Now, I recommend for anyone that is getting started with measuring your own HRV, you should measure at the same time of day, in the same position, and for the same length of time. So for example, when I measure my own HRV, I do it in the morning right after I get up. I'm laying on my back and I do the measurement recording for about 5 minutes. And this may seem unnecessary, but very small changes in your position and the time of day can have huge effects on your HRV readings. Now, when you're getting started, you want to determine what your normal baseline is. And so in order to do this, you want to get at least 3 consecutive measurements. And this will give you some type of a reference point that you can then compare to when you are moving forward and you are getting future readings. So if your HRV starts to decrease, then it's time to focus more on recovery, and maybe you should take a day off of exercising. Maybe you should be focusing on more of the active recovery and passive recovery things that we had talked about in previous videos. And then if you are having a higher than normal HRV, then you would be in a better position that you can push your workouts a little bit harder. You can work a little bit longer at work, and you're not going to be pushing yourself. You're not going to be redlining your system. Heart rate variability is an amazing tool that can give you objective data to determine your overall resilience in real time. And if it's implemented correctly, it can give you the ability to know what days are better for you to push it, and then when you should be focusing more on recovery. And for those that are interested in starting HRV, make sure that you check out my previous videos. I have made multiple videos and posts about heart rate variability, including how to get started today, the details on the measurements and the different data points, and how to improve your HRV scores. So make sure you check those out on the Catalyst Impacts page. Now, I hope that this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If this resonated with you, please share it with your friends, share it with your family, and make sure that you are subscribing and following for more of this content. The time for action is now. Again, this is Floyd Meyer. Have a great day.